Hello friends, and welcome to Testimony Tuesday, where we share stories and experiences that God has given us and lessons we've learned from those. I want to share with you today an experience that we had not too long ago. And we were out in a mountainous area and we were just going for a drive to see the mountains. And we were driving out and I noticed that there was this old man who had a bamboo stick that he was walking with, had a real major limp, and he was, walking towards the direction we had come from. And I didn't think much of it, except that there was a dog there who, ironically, was also crippled, had a broken foot or something, and was kind of limping along with him. Well, we went on, and then we turned around, and we were heading back, and the man was still on the road walking. And we drove by, and it was just like the Holy Spirit was speaking to me. And I'd been praying for God to fill me with the Holy Spirit, to speak to me, to give me a willingness to, to respond and to do what He calls me to do. And we drove by that man, and I just thought, along the lines of, if you've done it unto the least of these, and if Jesus were here, what would He do? And I started to have this overwhelming burden and conviction that we needed to go back and offer him a ride. And I didn't want to do it. It was like nothing in me wanted to do that. And I stopped and talked with Hannah, and she's like, if you feel convicted, we need to go do it. And so I was like, yeah, I know, but I don't want to. So he turned around, went back, and asked him where he was going. And he could hardly talk. He was missing a bunch of front teeth, but he was also, didn't seem quite in his right mind. And he was asking for water. So we gave him some water, and he appreciated that. And then went and turned the truck around and came back and asked him if he wanted to ride. And he said, yeah. So he took his bamboo pole and he threw it. Didn't do anything with the dog. Maybe the dog was just a stray that was following him. I don't know. Anyway, he gets in the truck, and we start going. And, Hannah told him, when you need to get out, you need to tell us, because we don't know where you're going. And so, we got back to the road. There was a T. Okay, we needed to go right. So asked him, yeah, right. So we go right. And then right after that, we were going to turn left. And he said, go straight. I'm like, okay. So we're going straight and just driving along, and we're wondering where this guy's headed. He had a machete on. He had a bag, and looked kind of like maybe he'd been out to his field or something, and was going back to his house. We really had no idea what he was doing, if he needed to go to the hospital or what. Anyway, every time we asked him, it was like we were doing good just to understand just anything at all that came out of his mouth, really. And so, we kept driving, and we'd come to a T, okay, go left, and go right, and stuff. And we were beginning to wonder if he was just enjoying riding in a truck. And so we finally got to a main road that was really close to the town there, and we kind of stopped, and I'm like, we need to figure out something. And so we were kind of talking about it, tried to ask him again, and couldn't really figure out anything. We were hoping to find a Thai person who could talk to him, who would understand him better, hopefully, or know the story or something. Anyway, he finally decided he would just get out there. And so he got out, and we had a little glow tract. And so I gave him the glow tract and, told him, or he said thank you, and I waved back and told him it was no problem. And then, we went on our way. Now, I really have no idea what the result of that will be. He has a little bit of truth. He actually had a beer can in his bag, so he was obviously intoxicated. That was part of why he was having a hard time talking and stuff. But I really have no idea if he's going to read that and his eyes are going to be open and God's just going to speak to his heart and something is going to happen, or what is going to happen. Maybe God had us do that just for the sake of me denying self and responding and saying yes to the Holy Spirit. I don't know. But what I do know is that because I did, I left that scene with a clear conscience. And that's a very valuable thing. So I'm very thankful that God helped me to respond. And I just pray and invite you to pray as well for that man. I don't know his name. But pray that he will read that tract and that he will open his heart to God and experience God's peace in his heart. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was a blessing to you. And we'll see you next time on Testimony Tuesday.